It was really good to qualify for state. Our boys were kind of expected to make state, but when James got hurt early in the year, that made things a lot more difficult than they would have been otherwise. But really have Nick step up and run well at districts, and then have Colin win districts to kind of give us that extra point, just barely narrowing out Waverly for that last spot, and then running well at state. And our girls, we knew all year that they were kind of gaining on Beatrice and Waverly and beat them at quite a few meets, but we really expected to be a close competition between us and Waverly and Beatrice for that last spot for state. But they really stepped up and ran well, and Cassidy won, and Emery finished in a top 10, and Kirsten Portwine finished one place off all district, and then Chloe and Zoe ran real well and beat their girls for those teams as well. So that made it a real easy finish for the girls and a real easy way to make state, whereas we were expecting it to be a pretty close match on that side. The boys, I think, made a lot of improvement between last year and this year. Gabe and Colin both had really good off seasons, and then we had some people step up late in the year. Jackson really improved quite a bit. I'm Eric Rasmussen. I'm the boys and girls head cross country coach.
Our team this year, given the situation with the world, with adjustments to COVID and everything else, this team very much exceeded my expectations for where I thought we would finish the season. The way that they handled adversity, the way that they went on about their daily lives and still stayed focused on the task and the goals that they had set for themselves, very much exceeded what I thought that they would actually accomplish at the end of the season. Going to state was amazing. It had been a dream for these girls since they were little. A lot of the girls had never seen what state volleyball looks like. So to be able to, these girls to have that opportunity to experience what they did, to see the moment was very exciting. And I think it's something that they set their goals for every year with reality being that they know that they can make it because they have. This group of players, it's a very special group. We started working with them when they were in 5th grade and lower. They've got a lot of determination, a lot of commitment to the game, to their teammates. And so it was very much a joy to come to practice every day because they came and played for each other. My name is Chris Ericson. I'm the head volleyball coach at York High School. Just completed my 5th season as head coach and 7th season overall here at York.
Well, I feel that our players had a great work ethic this year. They came into the summer pretty determined, especially coming off of a strange, different summer as far as COVID and all the restrictions we had, and they wanted to make sure that didn't hold us back. So the attendance was as good as it's ever been in the summer, and with our camps went fantastic. We went to Concordia this year, and then started the season with a great attitude and a great work ethic. I had a lot of success early on, and mid-season we played some very difficult, tough teams, and we played real tough against the #1 team in the state, and I felt like it was really going to propel us into the end of the year, and we were just on the verge of breaking out. We ended up with some pretty serious COVID issues in the middle of the year, and it really kind of derailed us in the middle. And caused a lot of missed practice, caused us to miss a game. But then, to our kids' credit, they overcame that and they finished it strong, finished the season strong with the win against Lexington. So it was definitely a different season and a challenging, difficult season, but I was pleased with the work ethic and the attitude, and especially with the way they finished. The most difficult part of coaching this year was COVID, just the challenges that it presented. The kids really had to be willing to adapt to different, just different practice situations, just different things that we put in front of them. Missing certain players here and there because of quarantines. And then when it really hit us hard towards the end of the season, that was the most difficult part of it all. We were right before COVID hit us. I felt like we were right on the verge of making a really big run. But to the kids' credit, they finished hard. I'm Coach Snodgrass. I'm the head football coach at York.
The team did, honestly, they really surpassed expectations, I think, of not only me, but the other folks in the state. It was very encouraging to see the guys come out and not want to. We go back in the history books for a lot of years trying to find the last losing dual season, and we can't find it. It's been well over 20, and that's something they take pride in, and they continued that this year and took it very seriously and did a great job of it. Oh, our players are awesome. This year was a transition year for us with Coach Loof coming in as our assistant coach, Coach Holder leaving after last year's state championship, and the guys really accepted. We do everything that she basically taught me. We did a few things differently, and the guys were very accepting, and we just had a lot of fun with it. They competed hard. I think the world of them. It was a great year. I'm Dan Malleck. I'm the head boys tennis coach at York High School.
Our team this year, I thought we knew going into the season that it was going to be a very tough schedule to begin with, and we knew we were basically finding a whole new infield. After the season got going and things started clicking, we played very, very well. It was difficult this year just basically because of COVID. We had to take it one day at a time. You couldn't really prepare for something that might not happen. I learned a lot as a first-year coach. Putting together a daily practice plan rather than just following it as I did for an assistant was a challenge. I thought we were a very, very young group this year, and I thought they matured very well. I couldn't have asked for a better group of seniors than I had this year to help lead this team. Things are just really looking bright, and I look forward to next year. My name is Kent Meyers, and this was my first year as head coach for the York Duke softball program.
This group has been to state all 4 years, this senior class. Riley Stewart, which is our number one golfer, played in a state tournament as a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. She was able to win a medal this year and last year. And so it was good to go for four years for them. Actually, it's 6 years in a row if you go back before they were even freshmen. So they were actually student managers when we were there. So that was a nice run. Abby York was able to earn a medal also, but just to have that senior class at state, I mean, that's where they belonged. They were definitely a top 10 team. We ended up 5th, so top 5 team, and we were worried a lot about the COVID situation and maybe the season not being able to finish, and so just to be able to go to the state tournament this year felt amazing compared to other years where it's just a normal, but this year has definitely not been that at all. Kind of developing some new leaders, going forward, but we'll definitely miss these 4, and it was just fun to watch them. I kind of, that last couple weeks when I knew I wasn't going to get to watch these kids play golf much longer, I really tried to soak that in and enjoy just being around them, because I knew it was a special group, and they certainly did some things that will make our school proud and our community proud. I'm Josh Miller. I'm the girls golf coach, and I've been the head girls golf coach for 18 years.
I think overall, I think we had like 7 games where we lost by 1 possession or less. So, that's a little frustrating, but so that the record was a little bit lower than what we wanted, but the kids continued to work hard. Oh, I love this team. I feel this team worked hard. I think that they made strides throughout the season. They continued to work together. This team was fun to coach just because we had competitive practices. They competed every night, game-wise, so I really feel good about this team and feel good about the future. Oh, that's normal every year. So yeah, it's hard from time to time, just because it's such a long season. So there's always days where practice just isn't quite what you want it to be. That's a normal way of coaching basketball, just because that's how it works. But you find different ways, different strategies with each team. Each team's always different. What can we do on those days to kind of make it more competitive? Sometimes you got to change up your practice to put a more competitive drill, or sometimes you got to put just a fun drill in there to kind of get rid of the blah. So yeah, that's normal from day to day to day. It can be a little bit more difficult. Well, I think overall, our team did fairly well. Record didn't really show how hard they'd worked, I think, or how well they played in most games. We played some pretty good teams. We played the state champion, the state runner-up, the number 1 seed. We played the C2 champion. So a couple, 3 teams that made it to state in C1. So our schedule was pretty hard. So the record didn't necessarily indicate, I think how well we really did and how well we grew as a team throughout the season. My name's Scott Lamberty. I'm the head boys basketball coach, York High School.
But never again, back on our grind, you know what it is. Yeah, this is our year. Knock us down once, we got up again. Put in the work, so I know we gon' win. This is for real, we never pretend. We gotta win.
It was a great year. Our team was awesome. I mean, so many positives. The girls worked so hard together. They cared about each other. And obviously, to win so many games and to get to the state tournament and win a game in the state tournament was pretty remarkable. It's amazing when you have that opportunity to play in a district final and to win a district final, especially on your home court. You just all that energy released, and you just feel so good about it. So then when you get a chance to go play at the state tournament, you can play so well and play so hard, and we did, and it was awesome to see. Coaching is always a challenge. There's something that's going to be difficult at times. Everybody's personality is different, but the biggest thing you have to fight on is that you all are together and you're on the same goal and you have the same agenda. So we stuck together real well, and it's a family atmosphere with our team. So there's always challenges, but you work together like you would with any other family. My name is Matt Kern. I coach girls basketball at York High School.
I was pretty impressed with our team this year. We returned a lot of seniors, and so we were very senior-led. But to get a top 10 finish, win a district title, which was like the 4th one in school history, it turned out to be a really successful year. I was pretty impressed. There's a lot of guys that had a lot of talent, wrestle a lot in the off-season, 2 guys going to wrestle in college. Got a lot of young talent coming up, like Seth Ericson, Morgan Collingham, Hudson Hollick, Caden Civeldi. A lot of those guys are going to be a key piece for next year, but a lot of good wrestling in this town.
Was it hard coaching your players sometimes?
Oh, for sure. I mean, just because new coach coming in, having 2 different head coaches, new styles, new different ways to teach technique, different ways to condition. especially when you get like some seniors and stuff like that, just because they're not used to you and they don't like a lot of change. So there was always a little bit of difficulty, but overall it wasn't too bad.
What did it feel like to go to state?
In wrestling, it's just something that you kind of expect to go to state. I thought it was pretty cool to go to state with 8 guys and to come home with 3 medals and a top 10 finish. That's, that type of stuff was like a little bit of an adrenaline rush. The 3 state medalists we had, like Chase Cotton, Thomas Ivy, and then our state champion Kobe Lyons. That's the type of stuff that I live for. That's why I coach. That's the fun part of it. So I'm Brett Mauler. I'm the 7th grade social studies teacher here at York Middle School, and I'm the head wrestling coach. And this is my first year here in York.
Well, so far we've been able to finish in the top half of every meet. We've got a runner-up, Adam McCook. We've got guys that have a lot of ability. We're still very young, and so it's been a big-time learning curve. But it's been a blast because we have guys who really care and really work hard at it. And hopefully by the time districts get here, we're ready to go. Again, the team is just super young. We've got a couple of freshmen in the lineup. We've got a sophomore playing our number 1 spot. We do have 2 seniors who are kind of helping them learn the ropes a little bit, but it's been a learning curve, but with their care level is so high that it makes it really fun. So far, it's been a very fun, exciting season because we've got young kids who love the game, and I'm not just talking our 1 through 5 guys. We've got guys down the ladder even that really are enjoying the sport. They're working hard at it. They've got a lot of talent. We're just really raw, and I really believe that by district time, these guys will be somebody to contend with, and looking forward to seeing them. I'm Dan Malleck. I'm the head boys golf coach at York High School.
Okay. Hey, expectations on warm-up was better. Well, that's why coaches coach, We love our players. That's why we spend time with them away from our own personal families for our soccer families. So, we dedicate a lot of time, Coach Joey and Coach Soren and I, and we care about them deeply, want them to be successful on and off the field. It's hard at times to be a coach because, you have all kinds of different types of players. You got different types of personalities from different types of homes, and it's hard to try to be everything to everybody all the time. But we just try to remain consistent with our coaching and our coaching styles, and we want our kids to know what to expect. And that consistency is important. Sometimes along with love, you have to have, to a certain degree, tough love too. So I am Coach Maltsberger. I am the co-head coach of the York Duke boys soccer team, along with Joey Leinen. He's not here because, quite frankly, he don't look good on camera.
Our players did remarkably well, as I said at the beginning of this season. We are a very, very young team. We have 9 freshmen and about 5 or 6 sophomores and only 5 seniors, and so we're pretty young, but they did a remarkable job this year. Sometimes coaching girls can be pretty difficult. They do a really good job of trying to be drama-free, but they do a really good job of just listening and just taking in what they're given. It's had its challenges, but they've all responded very well, and it's been a great year so far. They have huge hearts. They care about the sport. They care about the team, and you see that just at practice. You see that during games. It's something that it's a growing process. We're learning how to take care of each other and look after each other, and it's been a good year so far for that and the growth that's happened within that. Yeah, I'm Andrew Gowins, and I'm the head coach of the York Dukes girls soccer team.
So the girls tennis team has 4 seniors, and those young ladies did not get to have a season last year, so we were really trying to be proactive with them and early in the season to kind of get them geared up for a run at the state tournament. So that's kind of what we're working on now. Right at this moment, Erin Case and Natalie Rockenbach are our number 1 doubles team, and they've only lost 1 match through 20 matches. I think they're 18-1 or something like that. And the 2 doubles team, which is Megan Rowe and Addison Legg, they have got 2 losses. So I think they're 17-2. So we're at a good spot right now. We're pretty much halfway through with our invites, so we have 3 more invites. So they'll play another 15 or 20 matches, but we like where they're at the moment. And our singles players, Ellie Peterson's a freshman. She's 11-8, and so she's got a winning record, which was our goal at this point. And Hallie Newman's a junior playing 2 singles, same thing. She's 11-8, and that was also our conversation with her, was just try to keep more wins than losses, basically. So we're happy where we're at the moment. Well, this is a good group. They work hard at practice. They do what we ask them to do. They're good kids. They're good students. We don't ever have to worry about anything outside of the school building or anything like that. They're positive in the community. We do a lot of things to try to interact with the community, and they're great representatives of the high school and the York community itself. So it's fun to go to practice with them every day. We only have a few weeks left with them, which is crazy, but we're going to enjoy every practice, every meet, just because this is a positive group, and they're doing a good job bringing the younger kids along, and that's really what you're supposed to do as an upperclassman, is just to kind of prepare the group for next year. Josh Miller, the head coach of the girls tennis team.